Joe here in the Mountain Trip Alaska headquarters to talk about some knots for glacier travel. When tying in for a glacier, there are a few considerations to think about. Your spacing is going to be dictated based on the size of the glacier you're on. So for larger glaciers, you'll have greater spacing between folks. And in general, people use a handful of knots to tie into the rope. The three most popular would be an overhand on a bight, a figure eight on a bight, and a butterfly knot. In certain scenarios, someone might choose to tie in with a figure eight follow through to the end of the rope. However, this limits your speed in detaching yourself from the rope. So in the context of a big expedition where you're getting to camp or you're getting to a break potentially and unclipping and reclipping to the rope, it can be easier just to clip. So with those bight knots, starting with an overhand on a bight, the first thing I'm going to do is create my bight. And so if I'm on the end of the rope, I can dish out about this much, or in the middle, I just pinch a bight. And then I'm going to create a cross and go through. This is my overhand on a bight. You'll notice that this bight is very large, and so in most applications, I'm going to want to tie it a little bit smaller, looking something like that. And as I get more and more proficient with this knot, I can kind of get better at eyeballing it. And especially at the end of the rope, I want this tail to be approximately twice the size of this knot. And so after a while, I can eyeball it super well. Tighten it down, make sure it's well dressed. Next is the butterfly knot. The butterfly knot has various ways to, there's various ways to tie it. My preferred method is with hand wraps. So I'm going to start by wrapping my hand 3 times in the rope. Now, if you look at my hand, I'm going to take the last wrap that I did and place it on the opposite side. Next, I'm going to take the far end right here and go through the other 2. This is going to create my butterfly knot. And I can tell it's tied properly because the knot looks the same on either side. And it looks like a butterfly if you use your imagination. And the last one is the figure eight on a bight. So the figure eight on the bight, I'm going to take my bight, I'm going to create another bight with my bight, and I'm going to take the end, go around, and then go through. And then to dress this, I need to manipulate the strands a little. And my finished product looks like this. And I can tell this one's tied properly because I've got 5 sets of parallel ropes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.